Hi, I'm going to be discussing Intimate Apparel by Lynn Nottage. And one thing that grabbed my attention and sparked my interest was a quote by Mrs. Dixon to Esther saying, "Don't you let a man have no part of your heart without getting a piece of his." And I thought that this was really meaningful to me personally because in a relationship, it's important that you enter with both sides being a balance, that you're getting something out of the relationship and the other person is as well. And I think that it's really special that Mrs. Dixon feels close enough to Esther to be like a mother-like figure telling her this. Two values that I noticed throughout the play was one being marriage, because Esther is very insecure about being a woman of older age and not married yet, and it shows the pressures of society that if you're not married by a certain age and that you're not having children, you're not moving forward, that people expect things. And another value was tradition, and this is shown specifically in the play when Mr. Marks Esther reaches out for his hand and he backs away, and she thinks it's because of her race, but it's not. It's because of his Jewish tradition, and that he is only allowed to touch women that are his relatives or his wife and his fiance. And I think it's important because there's tradition shown in African American culture and in white culture that's important to keep in mind. On page 38, a word that I had to look up that I did not understand was when Esther gives George the smoking jacket, and he says, "Nah, but I afraid I soil it." Soil means that you ruin or tarnish something, so George is afraid that he's going to ruin the jacket. I did not know what soil meant, so that helped me with the context of the sentence. And then I do believe that the 3 R's are shown in this play because Lynn Nottage shows Esther as not only a young woman, but a young woman of color. And young women, whether you're white or African American, both experience self-confidence issues. Esther is, from the play, seen to not be that pretty of a person from the outside, but her kindness and creativity makes up for it. And she's already struggling with self-confidence issues with her beauty, and then to add on top of it that she's an African American woman of color makes it that much harder. And she has dreams of opening up a beauty parlor, and it's hard enough for a male of color to follow through with his dreams. I think Lynn Nottage is showing that Esther has the double whammy of being a woman and a person of color. And I do believe stereotypes are still shown today, unfortunately, with African Americans because, for example, one of the issues we experience is that African Americans are more likely to be pulled over by policemen than whites and have more trouble with them, and it's only because of their skin color. And as this is shown throughout today with Black Lives Matter, people are trying to do better, but all of society isn't, and it's important that the world moves forward. Two questions that I had about this play would be, do you consider Esther to be a smart young woman? I couldn't quite figure out if she is smart or if she just struggles so much with self-confidence sometimes she makes bad decisions. And do you think that it shows throughout the play that the playwright is African American due to the character's unique experiences in the play? That's all I have. Thank you.